What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dan in the building. This is Let That Be Known Sports, man. We have a show for you today, man. We're here to talk about the Dallas Cowboys schedule and give our predictions as well. But without further ado, man, here's my co-host.
Hey, what's going on, fam? This your boy John. Y'all sit back, relax, grab yourself something to drink, and let that be known. Sports. What's going on, bro?
Oh man, nothing much, man. Just been cooling, man. Paying attention to what's going on out here, man. As football season begins to take its course, man. The off season, we're in full swing of the off season, so everybody's getting acclimated and trying to see, these final free agent pickups and who's gonna get who and who's still on the market and all these things, and the schedule drop, this Thursday, man, and once again the Cowboys get screwed. Once again, never fails. And we got screwed more ways than one. We didn't just get a hard schedule. That ain't just the gist of how the NFL messed us off. And why I think the NFL is against the Cowboys of having a successful year. Because for one, obviously, how do we get a top 5 hard schedule and we won freaking 7 games? How? I don't understand. That's the first gist. I don't understand that. I don't understand how some playoff teams got an easier schedule than us. Can somebody explain that? How Detroit get the number 1 easy schedule? But man, the strength of schedule, man, is a concern. But I think a bigger concern for those who don't know, man, the Cowboys, man, they do this thing yearly where they have to do 3 games in like 11 days. It's insane. The NFL thought, oh, it ain't enough to just give you guys a hard schedule. And it also ain't enough to give you guys 3 games in 11 days. We're going to give it to you twice. we're gonna make you do it twice. Oh, you thought last year was tough. Oh, wait, you see what we got planned for you today when they dropped their schedule. And I said, oh, this is crazy. For those who know, around Thanksgiving time is around when Dallas have to do a tough stretch. It's 3 games in 11 days. But also, they screwed us and gave Dallas the same thing earlier in the year because we have to play Baltimore overseas. And we have a 3-game stretch there in about 11 days. And then they gave us a bye week at the end of the year. I think like week 14 when the year almost over. I said, boy, you cannot make this up. You can't make this crap up. What they say there in the chat, John? Gene says the Patriots playing the defending champs in week 1. I mean, that's reasonable. Y'all was in the Super Bowl. I expect the Patriots to have a hard schedule. The logic behind it is supposed to be the further you go in the playoffs, the harder your schedule should be. On the pretenses that your team is better. if you don't make it to the playoffs, you're not supposed to have in this tough schedule as teams that made it to the playoffs. That's the way it's supposed to go. So I'm not surprised that they have the Patriots, playing the defending champs. They should. The Patriots should have a hard schedule. They was in the Super Bowl. The Seahawks should have a hard schedule. They was in the Super Bowl. All the teams in the playoffs should have a fairly decent hard schedule. But man, what's your take on that, man? What's your take? Looking with your first look at that schedule.
Man, we got screwed again, man. For somebody that didn't make the playoffs and only won 7 games, we shouldn't have a these this type of schedule is for at least at the very least a playoff team. At the very least. And so this stretch, man, it's gonna be brutal, man. That
We got a 5-game stretch like no other.
No other, man. And I think considering how they had their schedule, man, that week 14 bye is gonna probably be in a perfect spot because we're gonna need it at that point.
Man, we're gonna be cooked.
We're gonna be tore down at that
and
point.
We can't. And this is one of my major concerns when it comes to the Cowboys. If we don't find another running back to pair with Javonte Williams, we're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, I don't think they done making some moves here and there. I think they're gonna try to get closer to it once they get to training camp to see. Let's see how they shake out the backs that we do have in, because they did get one in the draft, and then of course you have Blue and Martha, and you have. I think
they're not like, we need somebody that's going to for sure. Like, those are question marks.
Well, I think that's why they're waiting to see if they're ready or not, and if they're not ready, then especially like with running backs, you can find them pretty easy. A good serviceable one. We have a starter, but we just need a good serviceable backup, and I think that's much easier to find than some other positions.
Man, because this gauntlet here, we got Baltimore week 3, then following Baltimore, we got the Texans, we got the Buccaneers, we got Green Bay, and then we got Philly. That's a 5-game stretch for your behind. We playing just about every tough team in the National Football League.
Mm-hmm.
So that week 3 there to week 7, man, is crazy. That is insane. And as you can see what I'm talking about, the 11 games there, we play on the 27th, we play Baltimore. That's an overseas game, so we got to travel overseas. That's on the 27th. Then turn around on the 4th, play the Texans. Then that Thursday, 4 days away, we play the Buccaneers. That is crazy. That's insane. And then you do it to us again Thanksgiving time. Sunday, the November 22nd, we play Tennessee. And then that Thursday, we play Philly for Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And then turn around, we got to play Seattle.
At Seattle.
We playing just about every tough team you can have in the National Football League. We playing the Super Bowl champs and the Seahawks. We got the Rams. We got 49ers. They're tough, especially if they're healthy. They're going to be tough. The Colts are going to be tough. The freaking Texans defense is dang near impenetrable. I'm like, man, this is insane. And then how are we playing the Seattle Seahawks in the preseason and then turn around and play them in the season? along with the Cardinals. Preseason game supposed to be teams you ain't gonna face. If this ain't a job by the NFL, I don't know what is.
Bravo. Bravo.
If this ain't a screw job by the NFL, man, I don't even know what to say about this crap.
Hey,
But
chat. Y'all put in the chat there. What are y'all thoughts about this schedule? Because this is one for the books here.
this mother is brutal.
What they say, is this the top toughest schedule or top 5?
It's top 5. We got a top 5 schedule, and we didn't even make the playoffs.
Playoffs.
We got a top 5 schedule, and we won 7 games.
You don't find that suspicious?
Super suspicious. This is crazy. We got a bye week, then we come out the bye week and play the Rams. We play at Seattle, bye week, at Rams.
Doing all this, and with one less home game since we got to go to Rio de Janeiro.
Where they playing at? Is it in Brazil?
Brazil. Yeah, Rio is in Brazil.
So they in Brazil. So that really ain't a home game. It's almost neutral ground. I don't know why they even counted that as a home or away. It's pretty much a neutral game. They're gonna be cheering for whoever make a big play. It don't matter who scores. They're gonna be cheering.
I wonder what they promised Jerry, because Jerry is
ain't no way he took this. Ain't no way he took this land down. Ain't no way.
Jerry is very serious about his home games. That way bread at. He's very serious about his home games. So for him to play this Rio game, they had to promise Jerry something.
For them to give him this schedule, they had to promise him something. When Jerry got this schedule, which was probably months ago when he got this schedule, I know Jerry was probably sitting there like, what in the heck is this? Ain't no way Jerry took this and was like, oh, okay.
I just want to know what they promised him.
I know what. The referee better be working in our favor. I tell you that. We need 4 to 5 games where the refs get involved on Cowboys' behalf. I'm just gonna put that out there like that. Take it how you want to take it. I'm just gonna put that out there like that. Say what you want to say. You screw it like that, hey. say what you want to say. Ain't no one playing fair.
No, not at that point, man. Some gotta give.
Man, but we gonna get into, man. Me and John gonna start going down this list, man. And I honestly believe, man, that the Cowboys will win the division this year. But I believe that the division won't have a lot of wins at all. I believe that the Philly will come in second in the division, maybe, depending on how the Giants look and if the Giants can stay healthy. But I honestly don't see nobody in the division over 10 to 11 wins. Just being realistically. I'm a Cowboy fan, but realistically, I don't see nobody winning more than 10 to 11 games in the NFC East. With that being said, we're going to go down this list, man. And we're looking at week 1. We start the week off with the New York Giants. Sunday night primetime game. I have a win with this. John, what you got?
Yeah, it's a win, bro. Come on now. It's the Giants. Dak on the Giants.
He always be the Giants. It don't matter. Just if Dak is healthy, we don't lose to the Giants. Even if they have a record-breaking day like last year. We
Don't
just
matter.
don't lose. Then following Sunday, we play Commanders. We got back-to-back division games. I got another dub in this one.
Me too.
I don't think that the Washington Commanders got much better. They lost look like they're gonna lose Deebo Samuel. Outside of Terry McLaurin, I don't really see any more threats that they have offensively. So I don't see, I don't see where they improved. Even defensively, I mean, they got Sonny Styles, but outside of that, I don't really see where they got better. The Giants got better. I would give them that. Up front, they were stupid. They need to get better in the secondary, but for some odd reason, they doubled down and decided to get better in their front. And their front was already pretty good. They needed help severely on the back end, and everybody on God's green earth thought they was going to take Caleb Downs or one of these corners that was out there. Delane was there. They had 5. Delane was there. He was an option. Caleb Downs was an option. I thought they was going to bolster up their secondary, but they didn't. They did what they did. Get home or get shredded. I guess that's their motto. But I have a win there back to back. I also have a win against Baltimore. I have Dallas taking their first loss against the Texans.
So I got them winning Washington. I got them beating Washington. Washington didn't do enough this offseason to make a big leap or to make me fear them. This one against Baltimore is going to be interesting. Yeah, it's going to be interesting there.
I don't think Baltimore did anything.
I think I'm going to take them beating Baltimore because, for one, they're in a new system, and so they're going to still be trying to work out the kinks in their new system, let alone they didn't really do a whole lot in the offseason. So I got Dallas taking that one. Then against Houston, yeah, that defense is for Houston. It's tough, man.
It's going to be a defensive game, and it's going to be who can score first. Yeah. And their defense is better than ours. And yeah. Aunt Gaiman said, I have a feeling the Giants will surprise everyone. I think the Giants will be better, but with Malik Neighbors coming off of an ACL, and then he just had another surgery a couple of days ago. He had to go in and clean up scar tissue in his knee.
Who did?
Malik Neighbors.
Oh, yeah.
So he had a ACL, I think MCL, PC. I think he had a lot. I think he messed up a lot of stuff in his knee. And then this past week, I think he had to go in and clean up a lot of scar tissue.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to turn around and try to heal from that. And then he had to continue to try to rehab from that. And without a number one receiver, that's going to be difficult to deal with. Teams are going to stuff the box without a threat out on the outside. So without Malik Neighbors, I don't think the Giants offense is scary. With Malik Neighbors, yeah, they can put some fear in you because, yeah, he's a threat on the outside. But with the surgery and you fooling around with the knee,
yeah,
That's
and then on top of that, you're in talks with Odell Beckham Jr., who's over the hill. And so if you're flirting with that type of signing at this point in his career,
well, because they need a receiver, man.
but
I don't know why they won't reach out to Stephon Diggs. I would go that route before I went Odell.
That is true, and you can get them pretty cheap right about now, considering the off the field stuff.
You know, that's the thing about the Giants. So I don't know what condition that Malik Neighbors is going to be in. I don't think the Giants know what condition he's going to be in, especially since he's having another surgery. It's already difficult coming off of ACL, point blank, period. That's going to take some time getting adjusted. But when you go and you got to clean up scar tissue, and it builds up because of lack of mobility. So when you're laid up and you're not able to move a lot, you have a lot of scar tissue that builds around and it needs to be removed so you can have more flexibility. That lets me know that he wasn't ahead of schedule in his rehab. When you're still laid up and that tissue begins to build up, around. And so, prayers up to him, man. I'm not a Giants fan, but prayers up to him. Hopefully he have a safe recovery. I won't say a speedy recovery, man, because take your time. He's young.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. But moving on back to the schedule, man, the Houston Texans, I have us taking our first loss there. I have us beating Tampa.
Yeah.
I have us beating Green Bay.
Yeah.
I have us beating Philly. For some reason, I'm scared of the Cardinals. I don't know what it is. They always beat us. I don't know what it is.
I'm going to flip it.
I think we'll win. I don't know what it is.
So I think because we always split with Philly. So I think since it's at Philly, we're going to
It ain't going to be no split this year. They get rid of AJ Brown. They get rid of AJ Brown. It's over.
No matter who's there, bro, it's always a split with Philly.
We're not gonna.
It has always been.
We're gonna sweep the division this year.
Okay, Daniel's calling for a sweep against the division this year.
We're sweeping the division this year.
Hey,
it's only so many booties you can push. We're gonna sweep the division this year. I don't care how far he sticks his fingers up that man booty.
So Dan, he's feeling dangerous. But I think
we beat the Cardinals though.
Yeah,
the Cardinals, man. Cardinals, what are y'all doing? Why would you take a running back?
It's the Cardinals, bro.
Why?
It's the Cardinals. That's what they do. That's what bad teams do. They made dumb decisions.
I wouldn't even been mad if you took a freaking offensive lineman. I wouldn't even been mad at that.
This is what they do. This is why they're bad teams.
You took a running back that you can't freaking block for.
It's gonna be the same like it was for Gentry last year. That's what they do, man. When you're a bad team, you make bad decisions.
I wouldn't even be mad if you got another receiver to pair with Marvin Harrison.
No, never mind that. We're gonna get this toy that we can't protect. This shiny new toy that we can't protect. Then you're gonna spend another 2 to 3 years, and hopefully by that time, the shelf of a running back is 3 to 4 years at that top tip prime.
I mean, it's gonna be none and void of using him because most of the games the Cardinals gonna play, they're gonna be behind. So you're gonna have to throw the football. If I know we're gonna suck, I'm finna get some stats. I'm gonna give him a receiver. We gonna be throwing that game anyway.
Anyway, yeah. Make it look good while you lose.
I don't know. Man, Cardinal fans, I know y'all, man. I know y'all hurting, man, but yeah, we're gonna wax y'all. The Colts is something that's up in the air because now did they sign Daniel Jones? sign him?
Yeah, he was there last year. I don't know if they re-signed him or not.
I know he was there last year. He coming off. He had got hurt.
I think he still had another year or so, or the franchise tag him. Let me see.
Yeah, so he signed a 2-year, $88 million.
Maybe. Okay, so well, after the year he had, he was kind of. It happens.
They offered him $100 million, I think, 4-year. He turned it down.
Oh, it said can reach up to 100 million with the incentives.
Yeah.
So
him coming out that injury there.
But it was 50 guaranteed. I think he's playing a long game on that one. But they do have a defense there, man. So this one, and we playing at Indy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I say this is a loss.
Yeah, they're probably gonna take an L on that one, man. Yeah.
They have a good defense. Offense is but they have a really good defense. They losing a defensive player out in the secondary too. Is a slot, a nickel guy. The real deal, Darrell. He said no game in the NFL is for sure, win or loss. I'll take these games one game at a time. Oh no, man, for sure, man. No game is ever concrete, man. We just giving a prediction, man. It ain't no game that's set in stone, man. Any team can win any given Sunday. We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know who gonna get hurt, who gonna get injured. You don't know, man. No, nothing is ever set in stone. That's you got to play the game. But we just giving a prediction based off of the talent that's around the roster and the matchup. It's just something fun to do, man. So San Francisco, Dallas is kryptonite.
We'll play here.
Okay.
You know what? I think they're gonna take.
I think this is finally the year we get them.
And I think that who's gonna be the difference? Christian Parker is gonna be the difference.
I think he's gonna be the difference of last year. See, last year I'm gonna inform people. Dallas lost 4 games within a score, and most of those came down in the fourth quarter because our defense couldn't freaking get a stop. So that's 4 games we could have won last year, which would have gave us 12 games last year. I think Christian Parker can help us get those 4 games. The offense won 7 by themselves. We won 7 in a tie. The offense won 7 at a tie. I believe we would have even won that tie had the defense
got one stop.
We went it was a shootout against Green Bay. And we end up tying or whatever in overtime. We couldn't freaking get a stop to save a life against nobody. It don't matter who we played. We couldn't get the freaking stop. But I think that's the year. I think we beat the Titans for sure.
Yeah.
I think we beat Philly.
I think we beat Philly on this. Remember, I said we're gonna split.
You said we're gonna split Philly.
Dan got the sweep.
We lose to Seattle.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold on that one. Yeah.
We lose to the Rams.
Especially in that time frame.
Because there's so many games in the time frame.
So many games.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And then they're away games. They're not home games.
So far, that's 4 on my list that I've got us losing so far. I think we beat Jacksonville. I think we're gonna lose to New York at the end.
Nah.
I think we beat the Commanders. I think Dallas lose 5 games this season.
So let's see who I have. I mean, we have losing. So I said 1 of Philly. What did we say? Seattle, we're gonna lose that one. Rams, we're probably gonna lose that one. Houston. Did I have Indy winning or we winning Indy?
We have Indy winning.
We had Indy winning, so that's 5 there. I think I had one more because you had a sweep or somebody.
I had the division sweep. I said we're gonna win all 4 games of the division.
So I said Houston.
All 6 games, brother.
1 Philly, Indy.
Yeah, because this is who I had.
Well, you must have 4.
So I had Texans. I had us losing at the Texans.
Okay.
I had us losing the Colts. I had us losing Seattle. I had us losing to the Rams.
So you got 4 losses then.
So I have 4. I think I picked one division loss. I think I said we'll lose 1 division game.
Oh, you said the Giants.
Yeah. So I had us 5 losses.
Okay, so we both have 5 losses. I think the difference
between 12-5, something like that.
12-5. No. 12-5, yeah. So we both got them going 12-5. Both got a loss in the division. He got the Giants getting 1. I got Philly getting 1 in the division. But we have them at 12-5. The real is that the season goes well if the Cowboys get solid play at left tackle and right tackle, cut down the penalties, and become a dominant red zone offense.
Yeah, that's the way. That's the ways for the offense to get better. But I think for the team to get better, I think it starts defensively. When you're last in defense, like that's the reason why the Cowboys didn't make the playoffs last year. We were dead last in defense. We ranked number 32. We averaged giving up 34 points a game. Like, I don't care what kind of offense you got. If your defense is giving up 34 points a game, you're not going to win many games. That means you're going to be in a shootout more games than not.
Facts. And then also 2 factors. We definitely have to get better in the red zone, but also we was dead last at starting position.
Oh my gosh, I could not stand that starting at the 10-yard line.
10-yard, we was dead last in starting position. So, mind you, we had a top 5 offense starting with the worst starting
position in
the league. So if the defense just gets just average.
We're not even asking for an elite defense.
Average.
Just be an average defense.
With this type of offense,
you have a top 3. You have a top 3 offense in the NFL. Just be average.
Average. That's all. That's it. That's all. You have that type of defense. That type of defense. I would go for 20.
Like the Rams had an elite offense and an average defense. Their defense was average. It wasn't special. It wasn't nothing like that. It's just like their defense knew how to complement the offense.
Mm-hmm. When you need a stop, okay, let's at least try to get a stop. Here, it was like water. We go score, and they gonna give it right back up. And now...
And then I remind you, no takeaways. We ain't talking about no takeaways.
No.
You ain't finna get an offense no short field.
Oh no. Never. When you starting on the 10, more often times than not, man, that don't work out in your favor, man.
So it's all going to start with the defense. How about the third down defense? It could third and forever, and the Cowboys would give a. That's the stuff we talking about.
That's what we're talking about.
It's 3rd and 24. How do you give up the 24 yards?
No, we're gonna give up 25. That's what we're gonna do.
We're in prevent defense.
And we're
you're supposed to be playing the line to gain.
Yep.
The dude would catch it right at the line. I'm like, how in the world is this possible? How do you let something get behind you? The goal is to keep everything in front of
you, and then make the play on the ball. Not us.
Make him throw it short, come up and make the tackle. Not us. We're gonna let the guy get behind us somehow.
Behind us, yep. That's what we're gonna do.
You talking about self-destructing? Our defense self-destructed team. I ain't never seen a defense like this. We and Cowboys, we don't have some bad defense. No, like Nolan, he was bad, but he wasn't this.
Last year we beat that because he previously had the record of the worst defense.
That's what I'm saying. We wasn't this bad.
And then we said, Eberflus came and said, "No, I'm gonna top that."
Eberflus said, "Oh man, you ain't seen nothing.
You ain't seen nothing.
You thought his defense was worthless. Wait till you see mine.
Wait till you see mine.
I'm gonna have guys not knowing what we even playing.
We doing this.
Man, you got half the field playing zone, other half playing man. You got the linebackers blitzing the wrong gap. They don't know."
Cause we was confused. We was like, is this on him or the players?
When you go back and watch the all 22 and you look at the film, and me and John will go back and look at the film, and we're like, what are y'all even in?
That's on the coach.
Because the cornerback is playing cover 2. And the safety look like he's playing cover 3. I'm like, what are y'all even playing?
Or
The corner looking back like, bro, I thought you had over top. The safety saying, no, bro, we in this.
Yeah.
I like Malik Davis too, man. He proved a lot last year. I know they kind of hoping for Blue, because Blue had a lot of potential. I'm not sure. I think last year they said he had some maturity problems. I don't know if it was with his work ethic, with the time he's putting in, or what, but they said he looks to be on par to be part of the game plan. So hopefully, but if not, man, Malik Davis, man, he brought a change of pace, and I wish they had gone to him early on.
Well, then you gotta think about this.
Instead of Miles Sanders.
I don't know. He cooked. But funny enough, Malik Davis, the start of his career was kind of like Blues. He didn't know how to be a pro. Didn't get the offense down. Wasn't putting in the time and the work, and so he had to bounce around a little bit. And so when he finally came back here, he understood his role. Like, okay, I know how to be a pro now.
And then, like,
I know how to approach this.
Like, you have to want to do the nasty work.
Especially
for offense like this who passes a lot. Like, if you don't want to pass protect, pass protect is one of those things that you have to want to do it. It's like, it's either want to or you're gonna be stuck at it.
And the thing about Blue, even at Texas, his pass pro was trash. So at this level here, especially if you want to get some burn in this offense, your pass pro got to be up to par.
We didn't see Marfa a lot. He got hurt early on.
Yeah,
and I think he was off the active roster for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So
I'm actually interested to see.
But he's more of a power guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for a change of pace guy that can come in and really be that pass catcher. And one thing I want to see Dallas do more this year, man, is the screen pass.
Yeah.
We did not throw enough screen passes for as many blitzes we seen. Like, we did not throw enough screen passes. And I would like to see Jadon Blue on the screen pass. I would like to see that.
That'll be fire. Yeah.
I would like to see him out in space, and I would like to see him taking some of Turpin's catches. Because to me, Turpin, he failed us special teams because injury. He's dynamic receiver to have, but he cannot take the hits. and Dallas really tried to utilize him as a receiver this year. And when he's in, yeah, he's effective, man. Because if he get that ball in space, man, he's always a threat to take it, to the end zone, man. But he just cannot take the hits, man. And he's somebody that we desperately need returning kicks. Real Dad said Malik can play special teams, and that is a bonus in college. Blue could get away with not working on other aspects of his game. Yeah, you can get away with that in college. Malik Davis can play. But Turpin just special on special teams. Like
but I think he's saying like Malik Davis, he actually plays on special teams, like on kickoffs and stuff like that. So
I mean, yeah, because you want to make the team, like
so that type of stuff. So
I do whatever to make the team.
So Blue, like he's never had to do that, and so now if you want to suit up, you want to be part of the 52 on Sundays.
Blue ain't
48 on Sundays.
Well, that's what Shotty is saying. Like his maturity level wasn't there because at the start of the season, there was Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders. So generally, the third running back, which was Blue, you're gonna play special teams. That's just how it is. Hunter Lipke do it. He just, just how it is.
And that's how Lipke get on the field. Like, man, whatever you need me to do,
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Hey, do I want to do it? No,
but
I want to play.
Or
I want to be on the team.
I either be in street clothes or I can suit up.
And Hunter Lipke, man, he's a viable piece. I wish they would use him more. Mm-hmm. He's a utility guy. He could be a lead blocker. He can get out and catch some passes for you. He has this deceptive speed. So I like him, man. I like his mentality.
Oh man, I don't like that.
What?
I was looking at, they brought in a undrafted player, running back from Tulsa, Dominique Richardson, and so I was just kind of looking up some of his measurables. So I thought he would be like a speed guy, but he runs a 4.5, and we already kind of got them guys here. We need somebody.
That's why we needed Blue, because he's the 4.3 guy.
Yeah. So
Malik can run too, and Malik gets some daylight. He out of there too.
Malik, yeah, for sure.
It says, he said, "What are our thoughts on the secondary? Downs should be a beast. Corner is a question mark for me. I think secondary is fine. I think the only question mark we have is the linebacker. Like,
yeah, because I think they legitimately address secondary this offseason through the draft.
I like Kobe Durant signing.
Mm-hmm. PJ Thompson. Is that the name? PJ Thompson?
PJ Locke.
PJ Locke. And then they got Thompson.
I like Thompson at the strong safety. He's a major upgrade from Donovan Wilson.
Facts.
I like Caleb Downs at the nickel. Deron Bland, I think he gets back to being who he is under CP. I like Deron Bland. I like Kobe Durant. I like Caleb Downs in the nickel. I like Thompson at the strong safety.
Then you still have Malik Hooker too.
You still have Malik Hooker. I like PJ Locke coming in from plays from time to time. I think we made some upgrades for sure in the secondary. I think we made upgrades in a linebacker. I'm just interested to see who's gonna play what. Like, we don't have any defined roles for our linebackers. Like, we pretty much know what the secondary is gonna be. We pretty much know what the defensive line is gonna be. We don't know what the linebacker is gonna be. Mm-hmm. Who's gonna play middle? Who's gonna play strong side linebacker? So we to me, I'm more secure in the secondary. The only question mark for me is how they're going to use the linebackers. And I know we're supposed to use more of a 3-4 base this year, running 3-4, and then of course we're going to run a lot of nickel. So that's going to be a question for me, and how he's going to use the nickel. Is he going to go with 2 linebackers in the nickel, or is he going to go 1 linebacker and bring in another DB or another safety? He's going to drop a safety in the box. So it's a lot of questions. It's a lot of questions to go along with the scheme of how it's going to look. They're totally changing the schematics of things totally. So, I mean, but as a defense, it's a question mark as a whole. We have a new defensive coordinator. We got new defensive pieces. You know, it's just optimism at this point, because when you're the last defense in the league, you're saying, man, it can't get no worse than it was last year. We were at the bottom last year. Like, if Christian Parker comes and he gives us an average defense, he's done his job. And he, as a first-year coordinator, and Christian Parker makes this defense average, he's done his job in his first year. That's to me, that's what you can. That should be the expectations for Christian Parker. Hey, man, give us an average defense. Give us somewhere around 17, 18 ranked, somewhere around there, 16 ranked, something average. Give us an average defense. Man, we can't ask for much more. The rest will be on the offense. We have a top 3 offense in the league, which I could have thought we could have been even higher. But to me, that's it's going to be on how Christian Parker is going to utilize his guys. We still don't know who's going to be the mic, who's going to be the green dot, who's going to be in charge of making sure players are getting lined up where they should be. I've been hearing some high praise for Caleb Downs. I heard he already picked up the playbook, so he already knows what's going on. So we're gonna see how fast tracked he is in the system. So to me, it's just going to be kind of a waiting game. But like I said, for Christian Parker, if he gets us to an average defense, he's done his job in his first year. John, what you think about that, man?
About Darrell's comment?
Yeah,
man. It can't be worse than it was last year.
That's what I said.
And then also at the same time, like I said, they address the secondary through the draft and through free agent signings this offseason, man. Also, I do think that Rebel is going to take a step, being another year removed from his ACL surgery.
Do you think he start over Kobe Durant?
I think he's until proven otherwise, he's a lock-in on as one of the corners.
Really?
And if he proves otherwise that he can't hold on to it, but I think starting out, he's going to be a lock-in at one of the corners.
Like I said, man, this secondary is interesting because you have a lot of pieces. Kobe Durant is a ball hawk.
He is a ball hawk. So I don't know if they're gonna have him at the other corner or put him in the slot, or have.
I mean, that's where Caleb Downs supposed to be.
Well, Caleb Downs gonna be everywhere. So in the nickel and dime, he could be anywhere. And if we're playing a lot of nickel,
he's gonna be a nickel.
Yeah. So it just depends. Sometimes they may have Caleb Downs in linebacker.
I said in the nickel, I wonder this Christian Parker gonna take one of them linebackers out the field.
Oh, absolutely. Especially in certain nickel packages, absolutely.
And you stick a guy, you have maybe Caleb Downs and PJ Locke down there in the boundary there. Now that could be dangerous now because you're talking about putting the clamps on those tight ends down there. It eliminates a lot of mismatches. With them linebackers getting caught on tight ends, or them linebackers getting caught on shifting running backs. So I'm interested in seeing, but I'm interested in seeing who's gonna be the green dot as well.
I am too. Now, one player I'm saying it now that you're gonna have to watch, keep an eye on, and that's Jay-Sean Barham, that linebacker.
He's something else. He violent too.
Keep your eye on. I'm saying it now.
Now they saying they gonna put him at some off-ball linebacker. Now he played off-ball linebacker in college. Some say he's better at off-ball linebacker than he actually is. You know,
because he played both.
He played both, but some say he's better at off-ball.
We shall
so
see.
Now, you know, because it was questions like, man, are you gonna put D Winters at in the off-ball position? You know, who are you gonna put at the off-ball? But they're saying that they're looking at Barham.
I like Barham, man. I like his mindset, his mentality,
his tenacity. You know, the way he come downhill. You know, he's really trying to lay something out.
And then I heard a quote for him, or read a quote for him this past week. He said he's coming in to take somebody's spot. So when you come in there with that type of mindset, you know what type of time you got to be on.
I mean, you gotta be on demon time. That's for sure.
You got to be on demon time. So that's I'm saying it early. We're gonna do a lot of training camp coverage and off-season coverage, but I'm just saying it now.
I mean, it's gonna be tough, man, because D Winters like that, and he has experience.
I understand that,
and he like that. He's shown like, hey,
I understand it. Like I said, this Joker here, man, he might be one of the ones where you can't keep him off the field.
D Winters can really cover, man.
Yeah, he can cover.
And so that's gonna make a world of difference. Like, college is a little bit different from the pros. In the pros, everybody fast. Everybody good. And so it's much more than just coming downhill. Yeah, that's an aspect that's really needed. But you have to be able to also handle yourself out in coverage as well. And Dallas has had linebackers over the past that just hasn't been able to accomplish that in no shape, form, or fashion.
I like this one here. He's 6'3", 240. When last time we had a big linebacker, like a regular size linebacker? Let me say that.
A regular size.
We've been having a linebacker that's 210, 215, 220. So
I mean, I think it's more so of a mindset too. Like it's linebackers who were undersized, man, but their mindset, man, they got job done.
It's true, but
and it's more so of an IQ thing to me.
Mm-hmm.
How well can you diagnose things? That separates guys in the NFL. There are a lot of talented guys in the NFL, and what separates guys from being elite to just being average is IQ. Do I know what the heck is going on out here before that ball snap? How much? 60-70% of the time, do I know what's going on? That's what separates guys from the offensive side and from the defensive side of the ball. What separates a receiver from the offense, from regular receivers to elite? Do you know what coverage you're running up against?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know when to sit that route down? Do you know when to flatten your route out? All those things makes a world of difference. It don't matter how fast you are. Speed does not matter.
Not at this level. Let me ask you this.
That man Jerry Rice ran like a 4.6, 4.7.
Working, cooking. Let me ask you this. Who is your early prediction to be the green dot?
I have 3 guys. Caleb Downs, because it's been discussed that he's already know the playbook. And this has been told by one of his, his teammates, another rookie, who said they went into rookie camp, and he said he was shocked by how well Caleb Downs already knew what to do. He already knew where to be, timing. He knew what to tell everybody else to be. And he said, man, I felt like I was far behind because like he's running full speed ahead and he doesn't need to be told like, hey, you need to do this or you need to do that, or man, you need to be on the inside here. He just already knows. And so with a guy like that who already knows what's going on, he knows where to be lined up, he knows where his teammate's supposed to be. That's one thing that stood out to me what Caleb Downs said. He said, it's my job to know where my teammate's supposed to be too. So he's a guy. I would even look at a guy like Jalen Thompson, the strong safety. And I was also look at a guy like D. Winters, a guy who's been playing next to Fred Warner. Or some of my top 3 guys. I think 4 would probably be Malik Hooker.
Yeah, so I got Caleb down. D. Winters. And then I got Malik Hooker. You know, quiet as kept. You know, he has a very high IQ. He plays smart. And that's what you need. Those are my 3 for potential green dot guys.
What?
So, what's your over under on Overshown playing the whole season?
Man, hey, if he want a contract somewhere, because it ain't gonna be here. He want a contract somewhere, he better play, boy. I don't care what's hurting him. He better limp out there and play. It's contract year. And man, you ain't played a full season since you've been in the NFL. You got drafted in 2023. And you played 17 games since 2023. Just let that sink in. It took him, what's that? How many years is that? 3 years? It took him three seasons to play a full season.
And he didn't play the full season.
No, I'm saying it took him 3 years to amount to a full season.
Full season, yeah.
He's only played 17 games in a span of 3 seasons. Now he's feeling right now, he's feeling slighted because now he's not getting mentioned when it's talking about elite guys on the defense now. It used to be Overshown used to be one of the top of the list when we was talking about guys who are difference makers on the defense.
Well, his sponsor is gone. They didn't draft.
I believe in Overshown talent.
Right.
I don't believe in his health.
Exactly.
That's where I stand on Overshown. When he does play, you notice he's out there because he's flying around. He does makes his presence known when he's out there. It's just that he ain't out there.
He ain't out there. Ain't gonna be here.
You know, so that's the only thing with Overshown, and he's feeling slighted because now everybody's talking about everybody on defense but him. We haven't heard a lot about Overshown at all this offseason. They've been talking about Caleb Downs, Jalen Thompson, even Kobe Durant. They've been talking about Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark, Malachi Lawrence, Ezra Raku, Rashawn Gary.
But it has to click for him. Like, bro, we gave you the benefit of the doubt the last 2 to 3 years.
And I keep forgetting we got Rashawn Gary.
Yeah. So we've been giving him the benefit of the doubt. And so at this point, it's like, bro, it's put up or shut up now, bro.
I mean, I think that he understands that, but I think that it's not even so much like the benefit of the doubt. It's just so much of like, is your body failing you? Like, it's not that, you know, nobody's not slighting you because you don't have talent. People are slighting you because you can't count on you. because we don't know if you're going to play.
Yeah. The best ability is availability. So
you want to know who plays like Overshown? D Winners.
Yeah.
Go back and watch the 49ers tape.
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere. At speed.
He got speed. He's flying sideline to sideline.
Yeah.
It's the reason why they brought D Winners in.
That is true. So if you drop out,
not if you drop out, you're gonna be behind D Winners.
So you don't, okay? Wait. So you don't think he's going to start?
Are you gonna go with the proven guy that you think you can count on, or are you gonna go with the guy that you saying, man, the next hit he make, he out?
Wow.
Unless Overshown shows up and have a remarkable training camp, D Winners will be on first team. You can bet that. They ain't trade for D Winners for nothing to put him on the bench. Then you ain't making that kind of trade or giving that kind of capital up to go get a guy to ride the pine.
Wow.
You ain't giving up no fourth rounder, nothing like that, third rounder to go get a guy to ride the pine. You ain't giving up that kind of draft capital for that. You have intentions on playing, buddy.
Any thoughts on the tight end position? Ferg is solid, but he had some drops and fumbles last season that left points off the board. Yeah, I think Ferg is on the back end of his career at this point. I think the concussions kind of is taking its toll with him, and I have absolutely no faith in Schoonmaker. I don't even know why he's still here. So
that's McCarthy boy.
That's McCarthy boy. He need to go to Pittsburgh with him, because here he just never impressed me. It's nothing about him what he's done to impress me. Now I will say they did bring in some tight ends.
That boy out of Baylor,
man. That man child.
He look like a receiver, boy. That boy.
So that may get Schoonmaker out of here.
But my thing is this: with him, I know what he can do for a catching standpoint, for route standpoint, but we all know that a tight end is an extension of the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
How well can you block? So that's my only question to him. If he can block, he gonna take somebody's spot for sure.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that will hold him back. Right now, he's probably the purest talent tight end wise that Dallas probably got on the roster.
Yeah, because we still got Bourbon Spanford. He's on the roster. And
so for just raw talent, if you just say, hey, line them up, raw talent, raw measurables, the boy from Baylor, without a doubt. Now the question is the physicals. What can you do in the run game? Do you want to block?
And that's gonna be the $1 million question there. And so as of now, Ferg is quote unquote proven that outside of the penalties. Now I
think Ferg is still a top 10 guy in the league.
Do you think he can at this point improve his run out the catch? Because right now he's like Jason Witten. He can get open and catch the ball, but no yak. Like the last 2 years, has been no yak.
I mean, last year Dak been hurt too. So, I think last year he didn't. I think the year before he didn't even have a touchdown because Dak was out.
So and then now this year it's like everything is like Jason Witten. He'll catch it at the spot, but then
I don't know if he too fun with running after that catch after them concussions.
but that's why I said I think he's kind of like on the backside now, man. Because like I said, the concussions, man, they can take their toll, man.
You know, I like Spanford. I like him. Man, tight end, man, just one of those things, man. You just have to have this nastiness about yourself and the way you carry yourself. Yeah, I agree, man. You definitely need tight end that can block. You definitely got to hit the seams and be able to abuse those matchups especially with the linebackers. As a tight end, you should feel insulted if a linebacker is guarding you.
Facts.
You should just straight up feel insulted. If it's not a DB on you, you should feel like, man, they really insulted me. If they think that this linebacker can guard me. And so we shall see this year. I think this year is going to be telltale with Ferg. I think if he don't have a good year, I think they probably going to cut him. I think they could save money after this year on cutting him. So I don't think they're going to take on his salary. So I think this year is going to be telltale. I think there'll be some tight ends coming out in the draft next year. So that'll be something also to look out for.
And who knows, man, if this tight end Alabama, man, or Bourbon span forward, man.
For sure. I mean, but you got to have multiple tight ends now in game,
Yeah.
with the different personnels, you got to have multiple tight ends, man. And teams that have good tight ends, they do good in the red zone.
No, that's a
if your jump belt package should be scary.
Ooh. I think if they play it right, man, I think he'll be a big help in the red zone. How tall is that kid from
he's not as tall as I thought he was.
Let me see. How tall is it? Michael Trigg is
He like 6'3",
6'4". Yeah,
6'4". So he's pretty tall.
Tall. I thought he was taller than that.
I think it's more of his arms, his wingspan.
It's something crazy.
I heard somebody say something that was also important too, man. We get so caught up in the combine and guys' measurables, like how fast they run the 40 and vertical jump and all these things. And a lot of those guys, man, get to NFL, don't do nothing. So like you look at all the top 40 guys, like all the top 40 receivers, look at how many of those guys actually are elite in football.
X. That's a fact.
I was watching film of like CJ Allen, man. He looked so stiff, and I was like, "Oof, we might have died. We might have died as a bullet there." Some people was even saying Sonny Styles looked like he was moving a little stiff.
Still, yeah, it's gonna be interesting there, man.
As he was going through his drills.
Yeah. But CJ Allen, he had been dealing with an injury, so that's why he kind of failed anyway. So if if you limp into the season, man, it's a good chance you may limp out of it, man. Because you gotta think about it. If you already limp with that, then of course you got your rookie mini camp, then you got your OTAs, then after that, then you got training camp, and then the grind of the season.
I think training camp is harder. It's the hardest aspect of the season because it's every day, sometimes multiple times a day. And then you got preseason games. So if you are unproven, you playing in them preseason games.
Absolutely.
And then after the preseason games, the next day y'all back at practice.
At practice, like you just didn't have no game.
And so I think the whole training camp, man, is crazy.
Hey, please, y'all, let's hit this like button and also hit that subscribe button, man.
Hey man, hey, Daddy. I was hoping nobody was gonna ask about that, man.
Oh man, yeah, man.
Since you asked, man, I appreciate you being on live, man. I'm gonna talk about it, man, but make sure you hit that like button, man.
Hit the like button, man.
Hit the like button, dude.
And the subscribe button.
For those who don't know, man, the popular social media content creator, the Cowboys content creator, West Coast Cowboy, was arrested by the feds, by the FBI, for allegedly sex trafficking. And I heard it's pretty bad. And I heard it. One of the young ladies, she probably was underage as well. So it's probably as bad as it gets for West Coast Cowboy. If it is true, man, we dissociate ourselves with West Coast Cowboy. He just West Coast. I'm not laughing at the matter because it's a serious matter, but if Buddy moving like that, man, he's not a Cowboy. We just gonna call you West Coast.
Real, he's stepping out on it. He said,
yeah.
It's true. So
it's true, man. I looked it up, man. When I heard it, I said, man, is this real? And I went and looked it up, man. He got a mug shot and everything, man. The feds on got him, man. He in federal custody.
Yeah, man. It's tough, man.
You know, I hate for any content creators, especially Cowboy content creators, man. You know, to be moving something like that, doing something like that, you know, that's that's definitely, that's definitely low, man. That's definitely scum. You know, I consider you scum, man, for you to be doing like that. It's already scum for you to be trafficking anybody, let alone anybody that's underage. You know, and he has kids, so that's always, so, man, but that's what they got him on. That's what the charges they got him on, man. Like I said, man, that's the extent of that I know about it. I wish it wasn't true, but when the feds come knocking,
yeah, they ain't coming in without no evidence.
For those who know how the feds work, if they come knocking at your door, they got some kind of evidence on you. They not like the state. The state will come pick you up off of just hearsay. The feds, they'll sit on it. They'll watch you until they can get enough evidence on you. They just want a conviction. So, unfortunately, guys, he has been brought into custody. Man, but that's how that rolls, man. I wasn't gonna touch it, but it is what it is, man. You guys ask. If you guys ask, man, me a legitimate question, I will answer it. That's what we do over here, man. We do interact with our chat, man. If you guys ask a legitimate question, man, we will do our best to answer that question here. It's a little bit different from other platforms. They pretty much ignore their chat. But we try to answer, every question that we can. But man, this is what we think of the season. I'm interested to see, man, I'm interested to see Ezraku and Malachi Lawrence. Danny Lakers. I mean, he trying to go. My telephone has been blowing up about it, bro. That's why I asked. Hey, man. I understand, man. I've been getting notifications too. I'm like, I seen it earlier today, man, and I had to go look it up and see if it was true, and to verify it, and it was true. It's not a lot of Cowboys content creators who talking about it. Any thoughts on what you see from Joe Milton? I hope he was enough. Man, you know how I feel about Joe Milton. that boy, he can't throw a rock in the ocean, but he could throw it. But he can launch it though. I think honestly, man, I think that Sam Howell pickup was good. I think Sam Howell can be a legit backup. I think Joe Milton has all the talent in the world. He just don't have the skill. And this is where talent, the difference between talent and skill. Talented means I'm gifted in running, I'm gifted in strength, I have all the measurables, but I don't know how to use those measurables. Skill knows how to use the measurables. It's one thing to be fast, but do you know how to use the speed?
Facts.
It's one thing to be able to throw the whole football field, but can you use that rocket of an arm? And so I think Joe Milton, I'm hoping Joe Milton takes a step this year. And I'm not even sure if it's the film room. I just think it's just his skill wise, like him, just ability to be able to make simple throws. Like I never seen a quarterback so inaccurate on like slant routes. Like he throwing slant routes and it's way up there. And I'm like, man, you're gonna get your receiver killed. He going across these linebackers and you want him to jump. You want him to jump up here for the slant route. Like you got to put that on his body. And you think that he would see enough of it because Dallas tore the league up with slants. Like George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb are slant killers. And he has front row seat of how to navigate that and how to execute that. And I'm hoping that he takes that step because, like I said, he is a very talented guy. It's the reason why he was drafted, but
yeah,
Sam Howell had a winning season. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, and so it's a reason why they brought Sam Howell in. For one, like Dan said, he had a winning season. Also, he knows how to be a backup, a successful backup. One of the things about Joe Milton that kind of calls for concern, of course, he has all the tangibles. It's the intangibles that he's lacking. So what if we get into a game, we get up, we put him away, you put your backups in. Joe Milton at this point will be one of the ones that will lose you the game because he will throw it to the other team.
Fact.
That's what he's shown. And so with Sam Howell, if you put Sam Howell in that same position, he's going to close the game out.
He can manage. Yeah,
he can manage it and close it out. Now, it's put up or shut up this offseason for Joe Milton, because if not, you got somebody that's capable of being a successful backup here. And Sam Howell. Yes,
and I think what's going to lose him, if he hasn't improved, I think what's going to lose him is going to be the preseason game.
Yeah.
And Sam Howell knows how to run. He knows how to scramble. Joe Milton has speed, but he don't know how to use it. I'm like, dang, you fast, like, bro.
Well, he runs like he's the fastest person on the field. Of course, you're not. This ain't high school. These guys are coming after you. So you, if you got that window, you got to get up out of there and get down. And he's yet to learn that now. unless, like you said, these preseason games that he's going to play in, because you're in a competition for backup QB2.
Facts.
So it is either going to be this or practice squad. So this is going to be your choices, homie. But you got to show us something. You got to show us some of these intangibles. The world knows that you got the tangibles. You got the height, you got the look, you got the rocket arm. Can you make the accurate passes? Can you read some defenses? Not saying you got to read all of the defense, just some of the simple defenses.
Boy, you go back and look at some of that preseason tape. It was so many open guys out there.
Yes.
And he's throwing into double coverage, and I'm like, it's a guy wide open, Joe.
And Lord forbid if anybody's is running the 9 route, he's gonna throw that ball.
Oh, he gonna throw it. He gonna overthrow you. He got a rocket of an arm.
It could be double covering the guy on the 9 route, and he's still gonna throw that ball.
Without a doubt.
He said Trey Lance was bad too. He was look at his first read, and then if that was taken away, he would just run. He did that at North Dakota State. He did. And we if you go back into our archives, man, we did a whole study on Trey Lance of doing that same thing.
My thing with Trey Lance is he was a one read quarterback, but he would stir his read down from the time he say hut to the time he throws the football. So if he's looking at the X receiver, he says hut, he's looking at the X receiver this whole time. And then he throws it to the X receiver. And I'm like, dude, like, where did you learn how to play quarterback?
He didn't.
Like, you got guys in front of you. Like, you're not watching and learning. Like,
you got to think, man, he plays like backyard football. And he's similar to Joe Milton. Got a good arm, but the intangibles is not there. It's lacking. So will the starters get a series or 2 in the preseason?
I believe some will, but most of them won't.
Like Dak, CD,
keep Dak
Williams.
Keep Dak out of there.
Keep him in bubble wrap. But now I do think the defense is going to get a series or 2. It's like you said, it's a new defense, so you got to see how some of this stuff shakes out. You got some competition at some spot, especially in the secondary as well as linebacker. So in order to help shape that out, some of them gonna have to play.
I mean, a lot of guys that we want to see gonna play. Mm-hmm. I don't think Rashawn Gary's gonna play. I don't think Quinn's gonna play. I don't think Kenneth Carter's gonna play. But I think Malachi's gonna play. I think Ezra Rocco's gonna play. Mm-hmm. I think Caleb Downs is gonna play. I think you might see Jalen Thompson. I think you're gonna see some guys that we want to see. You're gonna see D Winters. You're gonna see some Overshown. You're gonna see some guys, but there's also gonna be some guys that you're not gonna see. Like, you're not gonna see Quinn out there. He's just not gonna be out there.
I mean, there's no need. You know what you're gonna get out of Quinn Williams and Kenny Clark. You know what you're gonna get out of them guys.
They got one job. Go forward.
Disrupt.
Yeah, one job in the middle of the defense.
Go forward and disrupt.
Collapse this freaking pocket.
So if you could save them reps off their body, some of these snaps off their body, man, them type of guys, yeah. But yeah, like the obvious ones like Dak and CD and
George,
even Ferg, man, at this point, because
Ferg, I don't think you'll see Tyler Smith.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna put out the left tackles out there. Every last one of them we got.
Yep. Yeah, I haven't earned that.
I don't think you're gonna see Terrence Steele.
No.
He is who he is.
Yeah, he is who he is at this point.
He's an excellent run blocker. He's just suspect in pass blocking. And that's who he always been.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I can't do that. It's Flo job to lose. I can't do that.
Now I will say Mingo is gonna probably be wide receiver 4.
Now they've been saying that Turpin could lose his wide receiver reps.
Oh, that's gone, man. That's gone.
Because
he's a specialist at this point.
Because last year Mingo got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what made Flo get that job.
And you gotta think about it, man. When Flo got in, Flo showed out. He jumped off the tape.
Realistically, Flo wasn't supposed to make the team.
Mm-hmm.
Mingo got hurt in preseason. Flo ends up making the team off of injury. CD ends up going down. Chicago game, CD goes down. In comes Flo. And he is cooking. And we like, ooh. And his confidence is through the roof. He believes he's like that.
And he showed the limited time he had on there for his reps, he showed that.
Oh man, we got
my boy Kenny in the building.
Got my boy Kenny in the building talking about who that.
The resident Saints fan talking about who that. Oh man, coming here with this foolishness.
Man, who y'all quarterback? Who is the Saints quarterback?
Who is that quarterback? Let me see.
I was joking, but
let me see. Who is that quarterback?
Is it Spencer Rattler?
Nah, he trash. He was garbage.
Shoot,
man,
who is the Saints?
They had a young quarterback last year. Let me see. They sure didn't draft one. Tyler Show. Oh, and then they got Zach Wilson too.
Oh, y'all ain't got no quarterback.
Yeah, ain't got no quarterback then.
Yeah, I better go get that boy Taysom Hill back.
Did they let him walk?
I think he gone.
Taysom Hill. Nah, boy, you see what happened when they put him at the quarterback, boy.
Boy was running all day.
but we ain't good that night, boy. They don't even listen to him as a quarterback no more. They call him a tight end. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he tight end now.
That's where he should have been.
Mm-hmm.
What he say?
It is weird that Steele is a better run blocker than pass blocker. He played at Texas Tech that runs an air raid offense. But you got to think about it. As a lineman, it's easier to run block than it is to pass block. It's always easier to go forward.
Because it's always easier to know where you're going than have to guess what the defender going to do.
Dude, because you going back and then you have to also set.
And you have to guess, is he going inside? Right. Is he going outside? Is he finna bull rush me?
Is he going to jab and work off of that?
Versus run. I know where I'm going. I know what I need to do. Like I'm just going full speed ahead.
Yeah, that's
I need to block down. He already know I'm blocking down.
Yeah, so it's always easier for linemen to be a better run blocker than they are.
Terrence Steele is more of a guy. Now, if he can get his hands on you, he's pretty solid. But he really struggles with speed rushers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, bigger pass rushers, he tend to do okay, but it's the guys that have some speed on them. He just cooked. Like the TJ Watts, guys who can get off the ball fast. He's gonna have a long day.
Long day with him. Facts.
Kenneth said we haven't had a consistent QB since June. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Y'all refused to draft one when Drew was on the last leg. For some reason, y'all just refused to draft.
Now they kept trying to rock with Taysom Hill, thinking he's gonna develop into a quarterback, and that's not who he was.
Y'all refused to draft one, man. Y'all could have took Dak.
They could have took Dak. Yeah, because Dak didn't go into the 4th round, so yeah. Hey, we'll trade y'all Kamara for Joe Milton. How about that?
Straight up. No draft capital. We won't even ask for a pick.
Joe Milton for Kamara, and I think Kamara want out of there anyway.
He don't want out of that.
He don't want to be there. I want to my note. Come on, man, don't be like that.
Come on, man, don't waste the man's career.
Holding that man hostage like that.
Let that man go, man.
How long Kamara been in the league? Like 10 years? Something like that.
I think so. I can't remember what year he got drafted.
Cause he's 30 now, so I guess I could say about 10 years.
Yeah, because he got drafted in 2017.
17. So he's going into his 10th year. Yeah, I know he want to get out of there. He only had 471 yards last year. Averaging 3.6. And one tub.
Man, when you ain't got no quarterback, they stack in the box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I see what he said. Y'all get great players all the time and do nothing with them. Don't worry about what we're doing over here.
Man, we lose like everybody else. It's only one winner a year, man. Everybody can win.
Oh, man. Man, make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button, man.
Cowboys get good players, but they go get the wrong good players. They go get players that don't benefit what you need.
Mm-hmm.
We've been needing a D tackle for years.
Yes.
Nope. They get a D tackle. Offensive line.
Oh, bro, how long have we need safeties?
Jeez. I don't think we had a elite safety since Darren Wilson.
Darren Wilson. Would you consider during his time, Will Williams? Would you consider him?
He was in the league for about 3 years. Till the league found out he couldn't cover.
Oh, he couldn't cover?
When they found out he couldn't cover,
let's go to 12. Let's go to 11.
They went straight to 11 personnel, and he was cooked.
I thought you can cover. Man, hey.
You told me you can cover. Man, I ain't say I can cover.
I said, give me a cover.
I said, man, I sleep on covers. That ain't what you said. What I said. It was nighttime when I told you. Man, Roy Williams couldn't cover worth nothing, boy. He'll knock the heck out of you, man.
Mm-hmm.
But when the league found out he couldn't cover, man, he was done for.
They still putting on 11 personnel packages out there. Where he had to cover, he couldn't be in that box. That was a wrap.
That was the end of him, man. Darren Wilson probably was the last, elite safety we had that can kind of do some of everything, whatever you ask him to do. He can come down and make the hit in the box. He can cover up top, so he was kind of that last that the Cowboys have seen in recent years.
Yeah.
But I think Barry Church was decent, but I wouldn't call him elite. But he
was serviceable.
He was serviceable. But yeah, I think this is the first time we've had a set of safeties that we like. Yeah, I think they can be pretty good.
That's fine.
I would love for the Cowboys to, if they made another move, I think the one move that they probably should make will probably be adding some depth, either adding more depth at linebacker or going out and making sure you got enough depth at offensive line.
And I think they're not done making moves. I just think their biggest thing is they're waiting to training camp to kind of see how some of these guys they do have shake out. Let me ask you this, and I don't think he will, but do you think Lower Fowl makes the team?
It's gonna be tough, man. They trying to give him the best chance to make the team in pass rush, but I mean he's behind. So you got Rashawn Gary, you have Malachi Lawrence, you have Izaraku, and what's the other one?
Rashawn Gary.
You got Rashawn Gary, Izaraku,
Malachi
Lawrence.
These are Izaraku.
Yeah. So that puts him what, 4th, 5th on the list in pass rushing. So that's a chance that he could, but we don't even know how good he will be at it.
I don't think he will, man. Just for the simple fact, like you said, it's already 4 to 5 guys ahead of him, let alone.
Then they're gonna be probably put Barham there some.
Barham there, yeah.
So like,
I don't see him making it unless he just a special teams guy.
You know, Christian Parker like linebackers that can run. So you know he likes the D winners, the overshown guys that he can really, you know, they can really, you know, chase down ball carriers and really cover. But I think he fits perfect there. I just don't know if he fits because of the 3-4 scheme. Because if you need him to drop in coverage, I like it. Because you don't want a typical DN dropping in coverage.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I just think it's just a matter of depth at this point.
It's just a lot of guys in front of you, you know, that you're competing with.
And then on top of that, you don't have no sponsors here. All your sponsors is gone.
And then, you know, I like the guy that got out of Alabama.
Mm-hmm. What's his name?
He got an old name too. What's his name? Overton something.
Overton. What is his name at? Yeah, it's an old name. Oh yeah, who sure is old? LT Overton.
LT Overton. That's Uncle LT.
Ooh-wee. So yeah, so that's another guy, and
like you know, you just got a lot of guys that Christian Parker has brought in, that are in front of you, and so you know, and it's a whole different. Nobody's left over on the staff, so there's nobody to lobby for you. So like Christian Parker is new, and then he brought in a whole new staff, and they have a way of doing things, and the coaching that you've been getting is going to be totally different than the coaching that you've been getting from the past. And so it's just how well he can adapt. And it's really going to come down to what can you do in training camp? When y'all line it up, can you outperform the next guy? And that's what it's really going to come down to, man. I like Lower Fowl, man, but you know, he's put in a tough position. But it's gonna come down to how well can he outperform those guys. You know, so
come close my door.
I like Rashawn Gary. He was top in the league of pressures, so he gets pressures. He also plays the run very well. Something that shocked me last year of how well Izaraku played the run.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't realize how well he will play the run.
He's a speed guy. Normally, speed guys don't play run very well because you're normally running past the play because you use your speed. You know, a la Micah Parsons. There's a reason why Micah Parsons don't play the run very well is because he utilized speed. and a lot of times he get caught up on pull plays because you're running so fast, trying to get to the quarterback, and you end up running right into a lineman and getting washed up in the play.
Yeah. What is your outlook on Izaraku coming into his sophomore year?
I have every reason to believe that he's going to take another step. His ability to generate pressure was on display last year. Now I believe that he understands what it is and how he needs to maneuver. And I just think overall guys are going to be better because of better coaching. You're just going to be put in better situations. I think a lot of guys we had on last year's team wasn't as bad as they was. I just think the coaching was just putrid. Whenever you last in the NFL in defense, it ain't just players, bro.
That's a fact.
It ain't just players.
No, that's a fact, man.
Because some of these players we went to the playoffs with
prior to you being here. That is a fact.
So just saying. Some of these players was on 13-win teams, 12-win teams. Some of them same players. So it ain't just the players. It's also coaching and the position that you're putting these guys in. Appreciate it, Kenny. What position are you putting these guys in? How are you, setting these guys up for success? How well can you call plays? Do you got guys playing in the right position? Why in the world do you got Donovan Wilson playing free safety? Right? You know what I mean? That's a coaching. Right?
And it was multiple times that he did that too. It wasn't just a one-off. It was multiple times
it took us to almost towards the end of the season to play any man. When the guys clearly couldn't play zone.
Mm-hmm.
We getting torched in zone. Play some man. If your guys can't play zone, try to find out what they can do well and try to go with it.
Mm-hmm. That's the biggest part of being a coach. You put your players in the best position possible according to their strengths. And he just failed to do that for any of these players.
He just didn't care. He was like, man, we're gonna run it, whatever. I was like, bro, they clearly cannot play zone, bro.
Zone. And you just continue. And then when you did play zone, you had people that in positions where it was not their strength, like you said with Donovan Wilson, you got him as the single high. I've yet to see any reps out there of Donovan Wilson in coverage.
If it's a third down pass play, I would use Donovan Wilson more as a linebacker.
If you're going to keep him on the field like that, yeah. But not him. And then he had them on their team's number one guys.
Well, he didn't have him. He just failed to coach it because he came out with the same lineup and the same schematic setup, and and teams knew that you were gonna line up that way, so they just set the offense up to where we get the mismatch. Mm-hmm. Because we know that you're gonna put a guy in the position where he don't need to be. You got Donovan Wilson playing nickel.
Should never have him playing nickel. Not in that.
You got him playing nickel, so we're gonna put Amon St. Brown in the slot, so we can line him up against your nickel. It ain't rocket science. It's like, hey, bro, they got what you call in the nickel. Okay.
That's fair.
It ain't rocket science. Anybody would do it. Like, bro, look what they got covering in the nickel.
If I saw number 6 there, I know exactly where I'm going.
If I saw a linebacker or number 6 there, you're cooking. Zone. He said zone. Man, it didn't matter last season. Wide receivers were college wide.
That's a fact.
Hey, I'm just saying
the biggest plays last year.
I'm just saying, man, I'm just gonna go with the man. At least guys know what you're doing. That's your man. If you get beat, you just got beat. But I hate playing zone when guys like, I'm supposed to be over here. Am I supposed to be? How much depth am I supposed to get in the zone?
When do I pass this guy off for?
When do I pass this off? Or do I pass it off? Like, we did a film study last year on the Seattle Seahawks, and I was showing how they ran their zone, and it was beautiful. And I was like, man, this is elite defense, like elite zone defense. And Shanahan from the 49ers was trying to cause confusion because they was running the zone, and they passed it off so well. And I was like, this is beautiful. He tried to call a wheel route because they was in I believe it was cover 3.
Cover 3. Either cover 3 or quarters, one or two.
And they call a wheel route to try to basically confuse the corner because the corner was guarding the receiver. And so the receiver did a breaking route and somebody came on a wheel route. And so instead of the corner stand with the receiver, he immediately passed that receiver off and took that wheel route away. And it was just like, man, that's beautiful. Like, that's beautiful IQ. That's a beautiful alertness. Like, I understand what's going on. Like, I'm in the zone. Let me get up off this receiver. And the linebacker immediately knew, I got to take this receiver now. Even if it's earlier than I'm supposed to. I got to slide over and take this receiver because this wheel route is coming. And if he don't get out there, that's probably a touchdown.
Excellent.
The Cowboys' pass defense would have been great if it was an indoor football.
No, it wouldn't.
I don't even know.
Boy, it wouldn't.
I don't even know. We would have had guys flying all over the wall. For no reason at all. Where the heck he go?
Man, that defense was so bad last year. I don't care. It could have been an XFL. It would still been the bottom of the league.
But we had cornerbacks sitting on the wall throughout. Like Trayvon Diggs would have been sitting on the wall. Man, that defense was putrid, boy.
Yeah. One of the worst in history.
That defense, that boy. I don't see nobody topping that in a minute.
And you got Jerry said things, we got to change the way we do things around here.
When Jerry did what he did this year, that's how I knew it was bad. When Jerry told Shotty, hey, do what you need to do.
When he said Dak played the best ball he's ever played in his career.
And we didn't make it because of the defense.
He said it didn't matter. When he said that, and then he said, well, we got to make some changes. That's bad. So in 30 plus years, Jerry has never talked like that. And for him to recognize a prolific offense and it doesn't matter because your defense is equally as bad.
It's on the opposite end of the spectrum. So you have elites here, and then you have the bottom of the barrel here. So it's just like, man, it's too much for the offense to overcome on a game in, game out week. Your offense had to put on a tremendous display in order for you to have a chance to win. Like, if the offense didn't play well, we knew we weren't gonna win.
Facts.
And that's just it. That's just the fact of the matter. If the offense came out and they got off to a slow start, and it's like, man, they're gonna take the time to figure this out, I said, man, we finna lose. Because this defense finna give up points. They gonna do the defense gonna do their job. They gonna give up a point. The defense gonna be true to themselves. Last year defense, they was true to themselves. We are who we are.
Every game we had last season where it was in the last 5 minutes and it was still and the other team had the ball, we already chalked it up that they finna go score.
We finna lose. They gonna milk this clock and they gonna work their way down this field. And we gonna lose. If the offense just didn't go crazy and they're scoring on every possession, like we ain't finna win. But man, that's it for tonight, guys. Man, we had a good run, man. We appreciate you guys for spending time with us, man. Talking football, talking Cowboys football, man. Man, we're gonna start doing more live. So, man, look out, hit that notification bell, man, so you can be alerted when we go live, man. And remember to hit that like, share, subscribe button. It don't cost you nothing. Follow us on social media and let that be known. But until next time, peace out, man.